You scored 3 goals in each of your last 3 games. You're shooting up that goal scorers table in League Two. I think it's 2.25 goals per game over your last 8 games. I mean, you said that would happen, and it's happening.
Yeah, listen, I did. It's I've said we'll get better in every department from day one, and I think we're certainly doing that. In terms of the goals forward and the goals against, it's work we do on the training pitch. I always say I haven't become a genius overnight. It's not just me. It's me and my staff and the lads putting the work in to make sure they do that. So listen, obviously overly pleased when you're scoring goals and more pleased when you're keeping the ball at the back of the net. And that work and that hard work on the training ground shows in other areas. I thought the game against Mansfield sort of was typical Ryan Lowe side. You had 72% possession and loads of passes, loads of crosses. You kept the ball, and that's what you like to do, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, but again, we have to. Sometimes you look at the Mansfield one, and you could have been a few goals down. We know that, but we'll always stick to the plan. We'll always stick to doing the right things. We're a possession-based team. We like to get plenty of crosses in the box and create plenty of chances, which we're doing. And at this moment in time, we're doing that, and we're scoring goals. And sticking to that game plan shows what you called after them: character and attitude and discipline. And again, we're seeing that in abundance. Yeah, because sometimes it's easy to get, taken away from what you're trying to do. So you'll just go longer a bit more, or you'll try stuff that you don't normally try. And we like to build from the back and build through the thirds, and that's what we do. But again, and that's why I said the character of the boys, because the character for them to keep doing that and not get bogged down with, oh God, I need to get the ball up the top end of the pitch to score a goal. We don't. We just make sure we're calm and composed and stick to the plan. One of the other things I noticed between the consecutive home games at Swindon and Mansfield was that only 4 players played in the same position in both games. And that versatility and talent, that's not accidental, is it? That happens at the recruitment stage and then works its way through on the training ground. It does, yeah. And as I said, when we're recruiting players, like probably talking about Joe Edwards there and Byron Moore and Coops to an extent, and he can play different positions, and that's what we want. I think I remember when I was signing, it was George Cooper. I think he said, "I'm Byron Moore. Where am I going to play?" I said, "I'll play it anywhere." So and I can. And Joe Edwards the same. I think Joe mentioned in one of his press conferences that he can play in most positions, and that's a good thing to have. But look, as I said, the recruitment policy of what we're looking for and when we're signing players, they're the things we look for. We talked about the goals earlier on, but clean sheets are also coming along. I think 5 clean sheets in 13 away games. That's nice to take on the road this weekend. Yeah, as I've said, look, I think credit to the boys, and they're putting the bodies on the line, and they know that we've got Josh Grant back in the building now. We've got Will Aimson not far from being fit, so the lads who are playing at the moment know that they've got to keep performing week in, week out. And it starts from the front also, though. We have the strikers working the socks off to make sure that they do go through the thirds backwards. Midfielders, the old midfield role is very important for us, and the goalkeeper also. So as I say, I can't praise the boys enough. They've been outstanding so far, but we know we've got to continue them forms to get where we want to get to. Talk about that form, it's been good home and away, but especially impressive away. I think 3 in a row, victories in a row, 4 out of the last 5 on the road. That's good to take to Stevenage this weekend. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but again, we just look at the next one. We don't worry about that's gone now. We've got to move on. Yeah, you're seeing the work we're doing and the clean sheets and the goals and whatever else. But we know that other teams are going to pose a threat, and we feel Stevenage will pose a different threat, and so will Crawley and so will Newport in the next week. But we've got to make sure that we're ready for that. You mentioned Stevenage there. It wasn't so long ago that you played them out here and had that victory. Up until Saturday, they'd not won since, but they won 4-0 away at Cambridge. So I mean, that's a good result. Yeah, listen, again, and I've said before, you can't take anything for granted. We certainly won't. We won't take Stevenage, as I said last time. And Graham Wesley's teams are different animals, and they do different things and play different styles. And he's got a few players in now, new signings. So look, we respect Stevenage. Yeah, they might be looking to try and get one back over on us because we scored a 93rd or 94th minute winner. So, but look, we've got to be ready for that. We've got to be ready for the test, and I'm sure we will be. Thank you.